Good morning everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to start up the Vision Jet in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So the first thing you want to do is click on Free Flight. Once you're done with that, you are going to select your departuring airport. Now I've already selected my airport, which is going to be Urbe, which is airport next Rome, and you are going to select your gate. Now I haven't selected my gate yet, so you're going to zoom in the airport that you want to take off from. So there we go, and click on the gate that you want to take off from, that you want to start up from, which is in my case number 13, and I am going to click on the white dot and click on set as departure. Now as you can see, it will say the airport's name and the gate's number. Okay, so make sure that you have selected the Vision Jet or the Cirrus Vision Jet G2, and now click on EFB. Now we are going to set up our flight plan. So I use SimBrief, which is a program that lets you generate your own flight plan, separated from the flight planner that Microsoft Flight Simulator provides with. Now if you want me to make a video about it, or tutorial about how to link it to Microsoft Flight Simulator, please let me know in the comments. So here, as you can see, I will click on New, click on Depart, and write the airport name, which is in this case Liru. I am also going to write my arrival airport, which in this case is LIRM, and I am going to select my aircraft type. Now for today's video, I'm going to fly with the Vision Jet, which is called SF50. So we go to the letter S and click here. As you can see, SF50 Vision Jet. Click on it, and now automatically SimBrief is calculating a bunch of things, like for example the flying time, which you can see, yeah, here it's displayed here. You can see how many hours it takes for us to arrive to our destination, the departing runway, our arrival runway, passengers, the amount of passengers. You can see I set it to auto, so SimBrief automatically calculates the amount of passengers. SimBrief also automatically calculates the amount of cargo, which I don't have, and the amount of fuel. Okay, once we're done with that, before generating our route, check if your route is valid. So just here it will say your route is valid. Okay, if it says that, click generate. It will take a while. I mean, for me, I don't know, it depends. So once you've generated your route, do not click import. We're going to click import later once we're in the game. Okay, just click X and just click start flight. Just remember to select your departing airport before you click start flight. Now this is the first airport. This is the first episode of a series. I'm going to be showing you guys in the next video how to taxi, how to take off, and how to set up your autopilot in the Vision Jet. And on the third video of this series, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to land and turn off the Vision Jet. Okay, once we're done with that, once I said that, we're going to click ready to fly, and yes, we can start. So the first thing we want to do is take off the chocks and the engine protection or engine covers. Then we click here, cabin door handle, and we enter the plane. Here, once the door is opened, we click on this here, and we just enter. Okay. And then once they were in, we click, we open inside the plane, and here we click camera. So this is a personal thing. I prefer being in an upper position. You can really decide. I think it's better for taxiing and general landing. In general, just it's better for your view. Okay, now we start up the plane. So the first thing you want to do is here, click on battery 1 and battery 2, both switches on. Once you've switched these switches on, you switch on generator 1 and generator 2. So these first switches should be all on, the electrical ones. Okay, now it will take a while for the instruments to turn on before we are going to before they load, we are going to set up the instrument lighting to 100%. Okay, so now that we're done with that, we are going to follow the checklists. So here, pre-flight inspection done. I mean, we didn't really do it, but this is a video for beginners, so we don't have to do it. So door latched, so just turn around and check if the door is closed. You can see the door is closed. Okay, now that we check that, check if the parking brake is on. So just here, so you can see it says parking brake on. Okay, so you don't have to do anything, just click. Okay. Battery 1 and battery 2, we just turn them on. We charge these two switches. Okay, generator 1 and generator 2, we just turn them on. External GPU, we don't need that because we are already running. Verify this, just tick it on because it should be all good. Okay, strobe lights on. These are the strobe lights. Click them on. As you can see, it will say on, and just that's good. Okay, tick it. Now CAS messages. These are the CAS messages. Just see if you can see them. So the yellow lights, yellow text. If you can see it, check. Just click. Okay, thrust lever idle. So idle means that is to 0%. As you can see, it says 0% on throttle. Just if it doesn't, pull the throttle back with your controller or with your mouse, depending on what instrument you're using to play. Click that. Brakes old. Yes. Engine knob brown. So this is the engine knob. Wait, let me turn off. Okay. Okay. Here. This is the engine knob. Okay. Just click on run. Okay. Should be running. Okay. It says run there. Okay. So wait, and once we turn that on, we are going to check if the fuel pump is actually working. So the first thing you want to do is verify if the fuel pump on advisory message is displayed. As you can see, it says fuel pump on. So yes, check. I doubly confirm the pump is on. So that means that you can hear that the pump is on. So how can you do that? I'm just gonna stop speaking for a second, and you can actually hear the pump on. Heard it? Okay. Yeah, if you didn't hear it, doesn't really matter. The thing that matters is that it says fuel pump on. Okay, here on the messages. So verify engine start, battery temp, or engine start volt messages not displayed. It isn't displayed, so everything okay. Engine button press. So this is the engine button, the one on top of the engine knob. This one. We are going to press it. Now our engines are turning on. Once we're done with that, we will check this point and go to the next point, which is engine instruments. Now we are going to monitor them. So how do you monitor your engine instruments? No, just look at this green. Just look at these instruments. If this white dot goes past the red line, then you have a problem. If it doesn't, as you can see here, then nothing to worry about, and you can just check that. Okay, now this check, this check, this also check. External GPU we never connected, so we don't have to disconnect it. Oxygen master switch on, which is this one. Master oxygen switch on. Okay, should be on. Avionics, this also on. This also on. Passengers, we don't have any passengers, so we should be all good. Set seatbelts, we should be also good because we don't have any passengers. Now this is for the bleed switch. Now as you can see here, it says that the bleed switch should not be set to bleed until battery 1 and battery 2 have been on for 2 minutes. Now the batteries have been on for 2 minutes, so we can set the bleed switch on, which is this one, air supply source. So click on that. Yes, so here, yes. Now that we're done with that, we are also going to do this checklist. Now that's set, this is set. Now we're not following the ATC clearance or ATC, any ATC commands, because this is a beginner guide, so we're just starting out. But if you want to get really into the game, you are going to want to follow the ATC rules, which you do by click on this So I click up here and click on the text box, and as you can see, this is the ATC, and you click on turbo or background on 122.700. okay, if you want to use the ATC, but we're not using it in this video. Okay, so altimeter check, it says here. No, my bad, that isn't the altimeter. This is the altimeter check. Okay, transporter check, heading, initial, altitude check, flight controls, just, you know, you can just check them and just checking if by moving the yoke or the pedals down here, no alarms goes on, okay, goes off. Okay, so this is all good. Flight control check, trim set. So trim is, this is trim, okay, as you can see. So trim is basically like you're basically adjusting the plane's angle without even moving the yoke. So we don't need that for now, okay. Flaps 50%. So here, set up flaps to 50%. Electronic roll trim set. Toga button set. Pitch altitude also set. This we already checked before. Seat master in normal upright position. So again, we don't have any passengers or cargo, so we don't need to do that. Parking brake release. Now, before we actually release our parking brake, we have to complete our flight plan. So you're going to want to click here on your phone, if you want to call it like that, and click on import route. So as you can see here, no task is actually completed. Once we import a route, our flight plan will be automatically imported to the plane's computer. So as you can see, I'm going to click import route, wait a couple of seconds, and as you can see, our 2 tasks are already completed. Now once we're done with that, we have to, as you can see, we have to complete these 2 tasks, which, I mean, there's nothing to do actually. So here, the only thing you want to do is write the amount of fuel. So go here again. Here, check the amount of fuel that you have, 470 kilos. So 470 kilos is around 1,000 pounds. So if you go here, aircraft and fuel, actually, just to show you, if you click on aircraft, you will see this, okay? Just click on flight performance and then mass and balance and then fuel, okay? As you can see, if we switch to pounds, it says 1,000 pounds, so we should be right, okay? So if we click back to gallons, as you can see, we write 149. Do not write the amount of fuel in pounds, because then it won't let you. Just write it in gallons. So 149. Okay, enter. Perfect. Next. Now here you don't have to do nothing. Really don't need to do anything. Here the only thing that you can do is set up the pilot's weight. Yes. Now I will write 187 pounds, which is around 85 kilos. Okay, for a normal pilot, I guess. Pilot and co-pilot, which are the only passengers that we have on board today, as you can see. Now click on next, and now we are here at our flight plan, which is already completed, but the only thing that we have to do is check if our approach is correctly planned. So sometimes SimBrief doesn't plan the best approaches. So so how do you check if the approach is correctly done? You zoom in the airport on that you're landing at and see if your approach matches the runway angle. So as you can see, my runway is going this way and our approach is also going that way. So it should be okay, and we don't have to add any waypoint. If your approach wasn't correctly planned, then you would have to wait. Then you would have to add another waypoint, which in this case would be D2GRA. Now I'm just going to add that. Even if I don't need to add it, I will add it for you. So you have to click here, add en route waypoint, and write these letters and numbers. So D2 GRA. GRA and just click here. It says Italy. Okay, enter. Okay, now we've entered our waypoint in the plane's computer, and that should be good. Now you can add it also in the flight plan. As you can see, add to flight plan after this one. Okay, as you can see, but really you don't have to. The important thing is that you add it in the flight plan. Okay, in the plane's flight plan here on this computer. Okay, once we're done with that, you are actually done with our startup. So yes, we're done. Okay, so before we taxi, please click on map so you can see where you're going. Now I'm going to show you guys how to taxi, take off and set up the autopilot in the next video. Thank you for watching and please subscribe. Bye bye.